Good afternoon, it's Mary McIndoe back again with a little more work on my junk envelope junk journal. I've had a little second thoughts about this. I don't know where I left it. I was thinking at one point about possibly doing some mixed media work on this project, but I have since decided that I am going to collage it. I'm going to use the Gale method of going around the outside of the piece and collaging papers down, and I'm going to go up and over a little bit of the edge, thinking that it'll get worn down and into it, and I'll sew eventually. And to attach it, I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac because I'm not sure how well this, I want to make sure it sticks. So here goes my first attempt at making a journal or journal cover and I don't need to worry about getting to the edges except for along the bottom edge because, like I said, I want to go ahead and have this just a little bit over the top and a little bit over the sides, and that way I'm sure to cover all of the tape, and it'll give it hopefully a more rugged look come the end of the day. Because with wear and tear, those little parts that are hanging over are going to have pieces of them cut off or worn off. And it'll just give it a little bit more shabby of a look, is what I'm thinking. Because I think this is supposed to be, it's a junk journal. It's a mail junk journal. So it should be just as shabby as it can be. Let me see, I hope I'm making this visible for you where you can see what I'm doing. But see, I'm going over the edge just a smidge, just a little bit, in the hopes that I'll cover up. Oh wow, tacky glue didn't even work to hold that down. I mean, not tacky glue, the Fabri-Fix. I hope this works on this tape. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. I guess I'll start over on a new cover, a new video. But hopefully this will work the way I'm anticipating it to. And Gale goes and wraps around her corners different pieces of paper. Well, she kind of quit wrapping around the corner. I think she decided she wasn't going to do that anymore. Maybe on the last video that I saw, or I saw her address it. And so that's what I'm doing here, is I'm not going over, I'm not wrapping around the corner. I'll have a completely different covering on the inside of the journal. So again, I'm just going over the edge just a little bit. Hopefully, let's just see, this Fabri-Tac is supposed to stick real fast. Let's see if it's up to the task of this tape I put on here. I'm not sure about it. I'm a little worried. But we'll keep going for now. Because I hate to give up I was thinking, one thing I thought about doing was getting some scrap card and attaching it to the front of this, but I kind of wanted to keep it soft and crinkly, and I think the crinkle would go away if I did that. So let's just hope that in the long run, this Fabri-Fix will hold. So far, I'm not convinced. Although this piece seems to be doing okay. Maybe I just didn't get enough Fabri-Fix on those pieces. Trying to be stingy with it since this may be all that I have. I can't recall if I have more. I know I'm into my last bottle. I'm not sure if I put my last bottle into this icing dispenser or not. So at any rate, whatever happens, happens. We're just learning as we go, right, Rita? That's her favorite thing. And learning as you go is an important thing. I tried to prepare in advance a little bit. I pre-cut some of these pieces, and they were all scrap papers. They were all papers that I had that were parts from previous journals, and I'm happy with that, the way that that's going over. Okay, I had one of these all inked up, but then I decided, okay, I don't want it to be, actually, because this is thinner than cardstock paper, I don't want it to be on the edge. Perhaps this could go, no, that looks too similar to the green. What else do I have? I have a centerpiece that I want to use. This is one of my jelly prints that I did my mixed media days, if you will. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there in hopes, since this whole thing is kind of up in the air at this point on whether or not it's going to stick, whether I'm going to have enough glue, I'm just going for it. And hopefully, I've got a centerpiece that was cut out of that I cut out of a magazine, a quilting magazine that I had on my coffee table for probably a couple years because I don't read, I don't quilt, and I put it on the coffee table and there it stayed, I think, until I was looking at it and I realized, hey, this is from 19 blah blah blah. I think it was 17 or 18, and we were in 2020 or almost in 20, maybe we were in 2019. And I thought, well, I think it's time to let go of that particular journal or that particular magazine. And so I went through, and any pictures that I liked, I cut out. And so I selected one as my focal point for the front of this album. Not sure why I went with a quilting theme, but I did. All right. Come on, stick. Stick, stick, stick. Let's see, what other stick papers do I have? This is one of Janie B's. I can put this down here, I think. Glue, glue, glue. And here goes the stick down. And let's see how far over it is. It might be a little bit too far over compared to the other ones. So, just maybe not. I'm going to stick a little bit of extra glue under this that's coming up. All right, now I need something wide across the bottom. Now it seems to me that I had cut some wide strips of, oh, I know what it was. It was this lullaby. Although I kind of wanted to put it at the top. I think I will add it to the top up here. I could probably get away with something other than Fabrifix on this, since I'm just attaching it to papers and not to the glue, or not to that washi tape. But I'll keep going with the Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac, if it comes out while it's wet, you can rub it away, no problem. Did I already do this once? I'm not sure, but we'll do it again in the event that wasn't the first time. And let's see, what else do I have over here? I don't have anything that I see that is jumping out at me and saying, attach me to the front of your magazine or your journal. I see a lot of the same papers over and over again. One of them being the lullaby, which I think, again, I'll put it on top of something else. I'm trying to stay with things that are your purple, red, green, and orange. This is, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm going to put as my focal point is this cutout off of a magazine. It was a quilting magazine. It's glossy, so I'm going to have to apply something to it to tone it down so that it doesn't stand out from the rest of the papers. But that's what I'm looking at for my cover right now. And let's just see. I've got this. I don't have anything else right here. I thought I had cut plenty of things out. This is purple. I don't think purple is the right call, although purple is a complementary color for yellow, which figures in there. Maybe I will go ahead and stick that down there. What the heck? Like I say, these are all jelly prints that I did way back when, because I haven't done jelly printing in a very long time. Not that I don't like it. I still love it. It's just that I haven't been focusing on mixed media. But I am going to have, I think I'm going to copy Gail and have Mixed Media Mondays once my channel is fully established. If, in fact, my channel becomes fully established. Because I like the ring of it, and that'll give me something to look forward to on Monday, something a little different than my typical journaling, which I love. I love my typical journaling, but I look forward to getting back into some of the things that I've kind of let go over the past months. Let's see, where do I want this? I want this. I'm going to put it all the way down here because I really would like for some of the words to show, although it really isn't going to matter in the long run. I still can't help myself when it comes to that kind of thing. So now that I've got the outer parts covered, or the parts that are attached to the, maybe I'll try glue stick. The parts that are attached to the, of course, since I wasn't planning on using glue stick, I don't have my glue book handy. What did I do with it? Where, oh, where are you, little glue book? I'm not seeing it. So I'm just going to, I've got a wet rag. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on here, and I will just wipe anything off of the mat before it dries. And this certainly isn't going to be seen, except for perhaps this very top part. As I said, I wanted to try to get it all on. Oh, is that sticking well to the, we'll have to see. Maybe glue stick is the way I should go. I wanted to use glue stick on this because it's a dictionary page, and the dictionary page was a little on the thin side. So I didn't want it to have to be a supporting cast member or whatever on the outside. Okay, looks like I still need some more stuff added. Maybe I'll add part of this check. Add it right there. I'll just go ahead and cover the whole page. That's what I'll do, so that I'm sure that when I go to adhere my quilt cutout, everything in terms of masking tape, or not masking tape, but oh, I didn't ink that edge. Oh well. In terms of, it's not masking tape, it's you know, the stuff. Okay, so there's a little bit of green there. Here's some green with some flowers. Let's see, it's green and red. This looks like it might be a good fit. Let's see if I can't bring this up here and tear off a piece. Again, all of these items that I am using are things that are left over from previous journals, and so, and trying to keep with the true junk journal theme going. So I can't tell you offhand where some of the digitals have come from. I know the one on nursing, how to become a nurse. These two pieces here are from Janie B, because she kindly, I have a daughter who's a nurse, and I wanted to do a journal for her for Christmas last year, and she was asking for ideas on her Facebook group. Janie B was on her Facebook group of, does anybody have any suggestions as to, you know, a new kit? And I said, well, what about if you do one for nurses? Because the nurses, you know, at the time, and they still are under immense pressure at work, trying to keep everybody safe from that horrible disease we have looming around us. And so she made a kit. I say for me. I know she didn't make it for me, but she made it at my suggestion, and I appreciate it so much, Janie. So I know that that came from, what about this? I could put this right here. That looks good. Oh, I got to remember to stay on screen. This is just one of my first videos, as you may or may not know. So I'm learning. I even got my little markers down to tell me where on my table in frame is, and I still mess it up. I'm just an old dog, and I want to have this piece I'm working on close at hand when I'm working on it, even though there is no need for that. Maybe I'll add another piece of, now this was the back of a book page, and it was just a runoff when I was doing some jelly printing. So I think I'm just going to put that down right here. Go ahead and ink this side that just got torn with the white edges. And there is some masking tape there, so I'm going to use Fabrifix. I hope this works because I do like the crunchiness of the journal. So I hope that in the long run somehow this will all work out. I'm sure that it will, one way or another. It just may not be with this cover, but I want it to be with this cover. Okay, so there's that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put, am I ready to put this down? I don't see why not. I don't think I want it right in the center. Maybe I'll bring it over here a bit. Like right there. How does that seem? Or is it blending in too much there? We're just going to go for it. This is just a junky junk journal. So I'm not going to worry about it. If I put it in the center, it'll be fine. We'll see where it plops down when I let go of it. I'm applying a fair amount of glue to this since this is my focal point, and I certainly want it to stay on. I'm not sure. Again, I'm sorry I'm off screen for some of it, but you know what gluing looks like. All right, where shall we go? How about right here? That looks like a perfect spot. I'm just going to hold this down for a few seconds so that hopefully the Fabri-Tac will stick. Maybe I should have used the tie-back tape around the outside, because I know you can Fabrifix on top of that, because I've done that before. That's what I should have done. It would have not looked as pretty. Maybe. Well, definitely, not maybe. It definitely wouldn't have looked as nice. But it would have adhered. So there's my Fabrifix that I got on there extra, and while it's still wet, you can just rub it, and it balls up into a little ball and wipes right off. So, got the front side done. Yay! Now let's flip it over to the back. I think I'll go with another piece of this. Let's get this up here in screen. Oops, got to keep the pressure, well, because I'm on this, it's not working. If you have it on a nice mat like this, it usually works pretty well, because it's something to kind of dig into, and you don't necessarily get that on other surfaces. So that's kind of why I like this green mat that I have, because it is a little spongy. It's not super spongy, but a little spongy, so that it provides some extra grip. Now, just to keep, I think I will put this right here. That will do. And here we go, Fabrifix. Slow moving. I need to add some acetate to it, thin it out a little bit, because I think it's a little bit thick. I was out of town for a couple weeks, and this is honestly the first time I've used the acetate glue in a couple weeks. So, or used it. I might have had minimal usage of it at some point doing something, but I haven't done much with it since. I want to see when this opens up. I want to make sure. Yeah, that's going to be fine. I'll hold this down. Oh, I was going to try doing a little bit of let me get it up here in frame. A little bit of the glue stick that I did, glue stick, and it seemed to be working pretty well on something I did with it. So I thought, well, maybe I'm just going for overkill with the Fabri-Tac. So look at the back, the old college try. And, you know, I said I was going to wipe that glue off before it dried last time. And did I do that? No, I did not, because I'm on camera and I forgot. Not that I wouldn't have forgotten had I been off camera, but I can blame it on being on camera now, because that's the way it goes. I'm just going to reach down and get my wet rag, wipe it off, leave it on. And let's just see how this does. Off the edge a little bit of extra glue right there. Wipe that up. Hopefully, I'm thinking that the glue stick is working quite fine. What I should do is put this aside. I think that's what I will do, is put this aside and not work on the cover until maybe tomorrow again. And I'll see how well this glue stick holds compared to all the Fabri-Tac when it comes to this washi tape that I added. There, I remembered the word, washi tape. It's amazing when you're not under the stress of the moment what you can remember. So that's what I'll do, is I'll just go ahead and stop for now, because it's been a long day, and I think I need to look at what I'm filming to see what I need to do to improve it, so that people will want to watch my channel, I'm hoping. Where was that one little piece? I just saw a little piece I was going to add real quick. Oops, I knocked the camera. I apologize. I know that must send you into a little bit of a jolt. And we'll go ahead and we'll put this on here with glue stick as well, just to see. Maybe I should go ahead and finish doing the rest of the back with glue stick, just to see how it holds up. To the edge. Wipe up the glue. And see who needs paper or a glue book. I do. That's who needs paper or a glue book. I think I'm just going to continue on with this. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going, adding more pieces of paper that come from the same ephemera, or the same, excuse me, not ephemera, comes from the same digital. This is part of the Nursing Digital. And I'm just going to do a couple. Let's see which one I use. I'm using the archival ink because, again, not knowing how this is going to turn out, you know, I'm probably looking at Mod Podging, possibly even full strength Mod Podging, not Mod. I get tired when I say Mod. I noticed that on an earlier trial video that I was constantly saying Mod Podge instead of Mod Podge. I think it used to be called that back in the day, either that or I just totally didn't know what I was talking about. And, or I don't know what I'm talking about, but I thought originally it was called Mod Podge because I called it that for the longest time until my daughter corrected me and said, Mama, it's Mod Podge. I said, no, it's not. She goes, look at it. And when I looked at it, lo and behold, my young daughter was right. She was an adult at the time because I've only been doing this since she's been an adult. But, yeah, I'm liking the way that seems to be sticking instead of with the Fabri-Tac. This is really interesting. Nice experiment. Let's see, what else do I have over here? This doesn't have to follow necessarily any theme, but I've got this lullaby. I think I'd like to put that at the top. Just because I'm just having my babies. I'm enjoying my old age, older age, but, you know, I sure did blink, and it sure did go by awful fast. So, to all of you who still have young ones at home, I know you've heard this from everyone under the sun, but it's going to just whiz by, and they're going to be off across the country, in the case of my son, and across the state, in the case of my daughter. And I couldn't be prouder of the two wonderful children that I have. They both have developed into lovely young adults. I don't know if lovely is the right word, but from a mom's perspective, I'm going to say it's right. So, wipe this up. Then, where's my dry towel? It's right here. I'll dry this off a little bit. Okay, so there's Lullaby. I am just amazed. Okay. And then in the middle, I did have a big piece of something. I don't even remember. I don't know what it was, but it was something that I was thinking, oh, it could be a place that one could write on in this area down here. I don't know. It's an awful lot of white space. I think if I put it on, I need to find something else to go with it. Maybe I can find a word. Somewhere I put my words. Here they are. I love these words. These are from Nine of Crones. I couldn't remember the other day who they're from, but they're from Nine of Crones, which I was referred to them by the lovely Gail Augustinelli. And I'm trying to think what color I might want on there. It could be orange. Would probably be a good color. Or red. Let's see if there's any orange or any red that are in here. That look good. They look like something I want to include. I think I will put the general admission for 40 cents on there. It's purple, or brown, purpley brown, not the color I was originally going for, but I think it will do. Nice little tear. A little inking around the edges. And so if I put that there, I can stick this here. And what else can I do? Let's see. Oh, here, up here, I've got a big chunk of see, I've already forgot the word again. A big chunk of tape. Oops, that's something I'm definitely using. I'll leave that out. Put that up there. Let's see. This is more lullaby stuff. I don't really want to do that. Maybe if I could find a rose. A dull rose. Maybe that will be just the ticket for this corner. A little ink around the outside. A little glue stick. I'll put the glue stick up here where people can see it. I know I'm off screen when I've been gluing. And for that I apologize, but I'm learning. I'm learning. And it's a slow process. For me anyway. I've got a big smile on my face. I'm sure everybody out there that makes videos is just going, come on lady, get over it. It's not that big a deal making a video. Just do it. Don't agonize and talk so much about it. So there is that piece covered up. Okay, so then I have this. I can put the admission thing there. And I'll have to find something else. Oh, I had cut out for my name, Mary, an M. I can stick that right up there. This is one of Rossi Creations, DigiKids. So up here where you can see, here goes my glue stick. Here comes my rag. And I'm putting it on before I'm putting on the main thing. I need to put this on first, folks. If I did this first, it would be helpful to all concerned, myself included, and in particular, this journal. So, liberal amount of glue. Stick it right there. just can't believe how well this glue stick seems to be adhering to the masking tape. That's not masking tape. It's a tape we use to decorate things. You know what I'm talking about. So let me add this little doozy. Oops. Necessarily want it upside down. Break that line up a little bit. Am I still off screen? Break that line off a little bit with that word. And then let's see. Need to find, I have a whole bunch somewhere of tags and such that I should be able to pull from. Here are some of Tracy's that I have handy. Let's see if there's anything in here that strikes my fancy. I kind of like this one with the odd numbers up here. I apologize if this is a well-known type of card. I personally am not familiar with it. So to me it looks like a bunch of numbers. And I think that it will work out just fine for my back cover. This morning when I got up, I could not believe, I looked at my watch, like Apple Watch, and I have it set to tell me the weather, and it was 59 degrees. Now it's been getting up in the 80s during the day, so I thought our days of 59 were long gone, but I was pleased today to find out that no, they are not long gone. Let's stick that right there for no particular reason. All right, and then back to my M that I glued up prior to having the big piece in place. I like that. I hope this glue holds. I hope this is successful. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. We're going to see what happens in the morning and continue on decorating the inside. I'm not going to do fabric. I'm going to keep it paper-based, and we'll see how that goes. See, this is just not super sticky. I think you get better coverage with the glue stick. I probably didn't put enough Fabrifix on each piece, and that's why it's not sticking. That's my theory, and I'm going to stick with it. But here is the front of my cover, which I'm going to dull this glossy part down with some clear gesso, and then I will Fabri-Tac it, I will Mod Podge it, and we'll see. I think I'll put some tags maybe on the front too before I see you again, but we're just going to see how this holds up come morning time. Good night, and I look forward to being with you again tomorrow.